leaving NYU, what's the first thing on your mind? Did you have a job lined up, or was it kind of like, I have this degree, I don't know where to go? Were you thinking about your student debt? What was on your mind as you were graduating?
I mean, definitely, immigrant family, right? Finances were always a little bit in the back of my mind. And I knew coming in that I would have student debt. And so my mindset in college was, there's no turning back. Like, you have to do this. Even when it's hard, you have to finish this. And you have to get a job, because you cannot depend on your parents supporting you. You have to do this. Like, there was no other option. Mm-hmm. You just have to. And there were hard days. There were days when I was like, why am I doing this? Why am I studying this thing? Why am I getting this? I did a dual bachelor's and a master's at the same time. So,
jeez, wow.
And there were, days when you just don't feel like it. But I think that was a big thing that I learned, was doing things even if you don't feel like it. And thank God NYU does provide a lot of career support, and that was one of the advantages, I guess, of being in a business school like the Stern School of Business. Like, they just provided a lot of that career support. And so as a junior, I got an internship at a big firm in New York, and that became a full-time job opportunity, which I did recruit with other firms, but I decided to continue with the firm that I interned with. And so I was blessed to have, my senior year, even before I started my senior year of college, I already had a job offer.
Wow.
Lined up for graduation.
Now, going into that, did you enter college or NYU with the mindset of, I'm going to go for business, I'm going to go for law? Or was it, I'm going and then I'll sort of figure it out as I get there and see what happens? Did you already have a preconceived notion?
I had an uncle I still have an uncle who's a lawyer. And so there was my uncle who was a lawyer, and then the rest of my family and a lot of my siblings were in some kind of health care.
Right.
And so growing up, I just had those two options in my mind as possibilities. Those were the two primary options. And so I knew I didn't want to go into healthcare for a number of reasons. I don't like hospitals. I don't like blood. Just all those things.
Gotcha.
Science is fine, but just the environment, I just felt like, okay, not a good fit for me. And so the other option, the path to success that I had seen, was this lawyer path. And so growing up, that was always my go-to response. Like, I'm going to be a lawyer. And so coming into NYU, that was the long-term, idea, is that eventually I'll go to law school. But before I get to law school, I need, some kind of degree that'll translate into a decent paying job so that I could be financially independent and then start helping my family in some way. And so that's where the business, and then studying accounting and management and business, that's why that was the decision.